Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you all are good. So today here we are back with a new video on our architecture series, and that video is going to be views and grid visibility. So I have created two videos, and those two videos are there on view creation as well as view duplication. But again, there are few things that I wanted to cover in this view topics. And when you work as a professional, there is always a struggle because the grids will not be visible, or else the section that you want to be visible on your sheet, that section will not be visible. And what is this in underlay when it comes to view setup? Okay, so all these things I will be covering up in this session. Okay, so here what I have done is I have created few walls, and I didn't name this. I didn't There are no rooms, nothing. The sole purpose was to show you how you can interact with your views when it comes to underlay. Okay, so as you can see here that these are the walls which is ranging from level 1 to level 2, and then there are some walls on level 2 which are ranging from level 2 to level 3. Okay, so in order to show you what underlay does, I will go to level 3, and when I go to level 3, see what happens here. Okay, if I keep this to none, what will happen? There are no walls that are visible. There is only stairs that are visible. Why the stairs are visible? Because if I go in 3D view, you see here that these stairs, they reach up to level 3. Hence, these stairs are visible. Okay, apart from that, nothing else is visible. Now, I am not talking about view range. Okay, I will not do anything to view range. But as I am on level 3, I want to see on level 2. Okay, so for that purpose, what I will do is I will set my base level to level 2 first, and then top level as level 3, and I will say that from level 3 you look down. So when I say Revit to look down, all these walls which are there on level 2 and the top constraint has set and the top constraint is set to level 3, hence these walls are visible. Okay, so now these options are useful when there are some elements on some other levels, and you want to trace it on your present view. Okay, so I can use here detail line, and I can simply mention this, that this is the boundary of a wall. Okay, and if I turn off underlay, what will happen? Still that trace will be there which I have drawn with lines. Okay, so again, if we want to see all the walls which are there on level 3, see what will happen. All the walls have come in, and here there are detail lines which is again a dark line, and rest other lines are in dotted. Okay, so you in a similar manner you can look up as well. For example, if I say range level has to be level 1, and then you look on top, okay, see what will happen. Okay, so there aren't any changes because all these walls are there in the respective floors, and as I have set the base level as level 1, everything is visible. But what if I change this to level 2? What will happen? Again, the walls which are there at level 1, those walls aren't there now, they have been hidden. Okay, only those walls will come in which are there on level 2, and the top constraint is set to level 3. So this is underlay. This is very useful, and mostly MEP team, mostly MEP professionals make use of this. But again, in architecture also, for modeling those skylights and all, this is a useful tool. Okay, this is one thing which I wanted to cover. Second thing, just imagine that I have drawn a grid here. Okay, again, I'm telling you that I have covered grids as well, but I felt as if these things should be discussed when you are talking about view creation as well as view duplication. Okay, so if you see here that I'll just go in elevation view, and you clearly see that this grid is visible in my south view. Okay, but what if I drag this grid up and I take this grid outside this view range of this elevation. Okay, what will happen here? See, there is no grid. So sometimes what happens, there are grids in your views, but again, it's not visible somehow, and you keep scratching your head, but you can't find out what is the trouble. Okay, so this is it. You have to make sure that your grids are cutting your respective view boundaries, then only it will be visible. Okay, second thing, just imagine that I am placing this level 1 view on the sheet here, and I am dragging this, and okay, there are no sheets here. I'll take a new sheet, and what I will do, I will drag this level 1 and I will place it here. Okay, I have placed it here, and the scale of this view is 1 is to 100. Okay, but when I go in south view, you see here that there is one option which says hide at scale coarser than. Okay, so now if there are any views which are greater than this 5000, what will happen? This this view will not be there. This elevation tag will not be there in that particular view. For example, if I change the view range to, let me go to custom here, and when I go to custom, I have to define in the value here. So for that, what I will do, I'll set this to custom, and then here I'll say 7000. Okay, I'll apply it. See what will happen. First of all, that view will be very small, but still if we go inside that view, where are the elevations? They are not there. They are not there. Okay, so what I will do, I will press Ctrl Z, and just to show you clearly what I will do, I will go to level 1, and this hide at scale coarser than, I will set this to, just a minute, I'll go to south view, and I will set this to 1 is to 50. Okay, I'll set this to 1 is to 50, and when I do that, what will happen? It will not be visible here. Okay, you again will be scratching your head, finding out, did you hide this? Is there any filter or is there anything? But again, if unless and until you know this option, you will not be able to figure it out. Okay, that view isn't there. It's not there. Okay, to get this view back, you have to make sure that you set this to 100, and then what will happen if I change the scale? So now this view, this elevation tag, this elevation view will be visible on all the views which are lesser than 1 is to 100. Clear? Same thing goes for the section also. If I draw a section here, same thing goes for the section also. Okay, hide at scale. Okay, there's one more thing that I want to show it to you people. There is this depth clipping option. Okay, so for this, what I will do, I will draw a wall at some angle. Okay, and when we go inside this view, where is that wall? First we'll just enable that wall, rest of the walls we will hide it. Okay, see here what I have done. This wall is at some inclination to this view. Okay, you can clearly see this, that this is under the range, I mean inside the range, and this view is clearly visible, but it is at some angle. Okay, so when I go to south view, and when I set this clipping with the line to clipping without line, see what will happen. Okay, so there is a line which will not be visible. I will go here in this level view. Let me bring this back down here, and then we'll go inside this. Okay, see what is happening here. Clip without line, there is no line, but if I clip with the line, what will happen? See, this line has come in. Okay, again, very, I mean this these are all options which Revit gives you, but at the end of the day, when we struggle, we are not able to find out why such type of line is not visible, what is going on. Okay, and if I set this to no clipping, what will happen if I go inside this? So if I go inside this and if I set, if I go here, there is the infinity for this elevation view, and no matter where you place the elements, every element will be shown here. Okay, but again there is a drawback of this, because there are some elements that you want to be seen in elevation, you can't keep everything. Okay, so for that purpose what I will recommend is you should go with clip with line, because if there are any walls which are set at an angle, it can be seen very clearly. If you keep this to clipping without line, again it looks as if there is discontinuation or there is some or the other thing. Fine. So this is what I wanted to cover. Same thing goes with section also. And one more thing I wanted to show you is that when you click here, you don't see, you see this shape handles to drag up and down, but you don't see the shape handles at the sides. Okay, those shape handles aren't coming because you haven't turned this on. Okay, once you turn this on, what Revit will do, Revit will give you the flexibility to control this boundary of this view as well. Okay, again this is what some of the professionals struggle, and then they what do, they just go and bring in new elevation, and somehow they hide that. So when you bring in new elevation, Revit by default turns on this crop view options, and after that it is fine. So professionals consider that here maybe this is the inbuilt view that was given by Revit. So again, such type of boundary will not be there. But if I keep this off, what will happen here? It goes off. Okay. So these are some of the minor options, but when it comes to submissions, again, it troubles a lot. Okay. So now the view creation, view duplication, sheet duplication, everything is covered, as well as this topic is also covered. Later, we'll go with object style as well as line styles and all those things, and this course is at the end. So learners, make sure that you go and watch every a video. What it will do is it will transform your modeling, and you will not be afraid of this architecture tab anymore. Okay, so yes, let me know if there are any more comments. As always, let us rise and shine together. Thank you, learners. Thank you.